Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to show you how to get unlimited PAL souls to strengthen up those pals, much like I just did for my Bastigor. You can see I've got him as plus 80 here, and he's just fully maxed out with some pretty decent attacking perks. So getting PAL souls in this game is very, very important. And how do you do that? You do that through breeding. So to breed the PAL that you need to destroy to get PAL souls, you need a relaxaurus and a celery. So I'm going to show you where to capture both of those, and pretty much it doesn't matter what perks they have as the parents. All you're looking for is to get the eggs. The perks on the eggs do not matter. So you just get as many pairs of these and set them up as and when you need them just to go. And then we throw in some cakes. How many cakes have I got in here actually? Oh, I got enough cakes hanging around. But let's look at where to get those pals. Now, first and foremost, the celery. So if you go in and you put your settings up so you get more pals spawning, all you need to do is go over to Kelpsy Hill, which is at -406, -98, and literally just fly down the beach and you will find tons of them. All you need to do then is capture like 20 of them. Make sure you get in both genders, and then you can just throw whatever you need to throw. And there's just some right in front of me right now. I'm not going to bother capturing these because I'm just going to fill up my all the stuff I don't want to fill up. So let's just go on my Xenoloord here and fly down the coast a little bit, and you can see that more will spawn in, and there is just endless amounts of them. Also kelpsies as well, which you can throw into farms to get PAL fluids. But yeah, celeries are everywhere here. And make sure you got that setting set up so that more of them are spawning. Now for the relaxaurus, you want to go to Ascetic Falls, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's at -216, -438. You are going to find less of these than you would find of the celery, obviously, but this in my opinion is the best place to actually capture them. There are some that are around the spawning point of the game, but for me, just flying around this area, specifically pretty close to where you spawn in, just here. You know, there's a lot of Lambos here, but typically there's a lot of Relaxaurus here. There we go. There's spawned some there. You get 5 in a group usually, so you kind of just have to keep flying around until you find them. And they are pretty much all in this area, across here and down there. So in the bottom half of this island, they spawn anywhere and everywhere here. And you just need to keep flying around and finding them and capturing them. So yeah, you might just have to spend a little bit more time capturing the relaxaurus rather than the celeries, because the celeries are everywhere. Now the next thing that you need are cakes. Now I'm not going to go through and show you how to get cakes individually, but I did make a cake farming base which is on my channel. If I remember to link it down below, I will. However, if you just search my channel, you will find them, and you can set up an entire base which is solely for making cakes. Once these give birth to their eggs, you're going to run over and you're going to pick them up, and they will give birth to Anubis. Now Anubis can give you quite a few good drops. They're really good pals to have in general because they've got high handiwork and decent transporting, so they're just great work pals for your base. I have them everywhere to build something, so you know, something that takes a little bit of a longer build. I have 5 of them in a base, then 5 will run over and just absolutely demolish the time it takes to usually build them. Oh, my inventory is full. Let's just go in here and get them all hatched. So as you can see, like a lot of them have just got really bad perks, but like I said, we're just going to be getting rid of them, killing them, and getting the PAL souls that we need. So let's go and get all these done. Now once you have them all ready to dismantle, you can go ahead and you can butcher these if you want, but it will take a very long time. But as you can see, I've got a bunch of Anubis now, so we're going to use the PAL disassembly conveyor, which I can never remember where it is to build. Oh, right here under PAL, and that is pretty later on into your technology. So if we go PAL disassembly conveyor, level 54, and it's usually like 4 to 5 technology points. I have 2 of them built here because there's not enough slots in my opinion for disassembling, so we're just going to throw some in. We're going to turn around and we're going to do this side as well. Boom, 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 and we're just going to keep doing this until they are all gone. So Anubis drop multiple things that are really good. Firstly, we have these little books which give you technology points. Then we have PAL souls, and then we have bones. Bones are really good for a lot of different things, but you also get precious entrails as well, which you can sell to get more money. Now we're only interested in the power souls right now, so you can see that right here. Hold on, let me just use these technology points. Boom, boom, boom. You can see that we have access now to 3,259 large power souls. The other ones are a bit lacking. However, 3,259 is a lot of power souls. So let's go and change them into the power souls we might want. Right, now you can either use a normal mill or one of the freezing refrigerator mills. I can't remember what they're called. But we go in here and you can see that there are a lot of different things that you can use to create power souls with. Now what we're going to do mostly is create giant power souls, because you use more of them while leveling up a power. So for instance, I'm just going to go 500 here. I'm going to start production. One of our pals is going to come over and start getting busy with making them. And while these are being made, you know, let me just show you the other one. So if you wanted to get those large power souls back, you can. You use one giant power soul like in here. So you see I've got 47 to create 2 for each one that you use, which is the same ratio as when you create them as well. So you can see I've used a lot of my power souls just to make large ones. Now we can go backwards as well and also get down to making medium power souls. So I have 2,265. So again, I can go here and make 500 medium power souls, which is doubled. So I've got 1,052 medium power souls. And then you can do the same over here where you do it and then you get 2 small power souls for every single one. So right now I have 184 small power souls being made, 1,030-ish there and about 500 here. So once they're all done and finished, we'll have a look at the new inventory and see the big difference in numbers just from dismantling Anubis. That's all you need to do. So with all that done, I now have a nice spread of about 1,000 of each, apart from the giant power souls, and that was just for the time basis of this video. I didn't want to sit there for too long, but every Anubis that I get now will give me 3 large power souls, and 2 of them can be made into 1 giant power soul. So now everything that I get from all the Anubises, these 2 are sorted for a very long time. Everything I get will be changed into a giant power soul. Now how does that translate to your power? So if we go over to the statue of power and we enhance the powers, let's just choose my smoky for instance. It lists up here all of your materials that you need. So if we go and we max out max health, you can see what can be used to get up to 60% increase. So we got 10 small, 6 medium, 6 large, and 30 of the giant power souls. So if we was to do absolutely everything, max health, attack speed, defense, and work speed, I don't typically bother with work speed because I'm not in that much of a rush, honestly. So even if you wanted to just do the 3 of them, that's only 90 of the giant power souls, and then it's another 30 on top of that. So 120 giant power souls for 1 power to get maxed out. 40 small, 24 medium, 24 big. So you use slightly more small and a lot more giant. So when you are there and you are using your large power souls to transfer and make other power souls, you want to keep into consideration that, you know, the large and the medium are exactly the same. You're going to use more powers, more small powers, and then, you know, even more giant powers. So I don't even need to enhance it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I have 600 giant power souls left. That's roughly about, off the top of my head, about 4 powers maxed out. So it doesn't take too long to collect enough of the power souls to be able to level up all of your powers that you want to. And that's it really. That's just the video. Now I made a similar thing here for technology, infinite technology points that you also get from the Anubis, and I feel like when I made that, the power souls just wasn't really involved in the video that much. I wanted to make its own specific video to help you guys get all of your powers up to as powerful as you need them to be. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. I've been Easy Now. You guys have been awesome.